Hi guys, 반가워요. It's Witch Hula, and this is my precious and magical story cauldron. We collect all the stories all around the world. 근데 친구들 그 얘기 들었어? Hansel and Gretel 남매가 지금 큰 위험에 처했대. 못된 마녀 집에 갇혀서 지금 잡아먹힐 수도 있다는데 어서 이야기 항아리야. 어서 Hansel과 Gretel 이야기를 들려줘. Ribble wobble, hula hala wee. Once upon a time, there lived Hansel, his sister Gretel, their poor lumberjack father, and their stepmother. There was a famine in the winter, so the family had very little to eat. As the family starved for so long, their stepmother grew very selfish. Selfish? Fish? 물고기? 장난이에요. No! Selfish는 이기적인 사람, 자기밖에 모르는 사람을 selfish라고 한답니다. 따라해볼까요? Selfish. The stepmother is very selfish. One night, after Hansel and Gretel were tucked into bed, their stepmother said to the lumberjack, "There is not enough food for all of us. We need to take them to the deep woods and leave them there." "No, I can't do that to my own children," said the lumberjack. "Then the four of us will starve to death. All you have to do now is make our coffins," said the stepmother. She left him no peace till he agreed. The lumberjack said, "Oh, but I shall regret this, poor children." Gretel overheard their conversation and started to cry with fear. Hansel came to her and comforted her. "Shh! Don't worry, Gretel. When they leave us in the forest, we will find our way back home." The next night, the lumberjack and the stepmother took the children to the deep forest. On their way, Hansel secretly dropped pieces of bread he had saved from his lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the hungry birds in the forest ate all the crumbs. When they reached the deepest side of the woods, their stepmother said, "Your father and I will cut down some wood. You two stay here." "I'll start a fire here with twigs," said the father with tears in his eyes. Night fell, but their father and stepmother didn't return as expected. "Oh no, what should we do? I'm hungry and scared. I want to go back home." "Don't worry, Gretel. I left the breadcrumbs on our way here." But they soon realized all the crumbs were gone. So they walked and walked and walked deeper into the forest. At midday, suddenly they came across a marvelous house. It was made with gingerbread and decorated with chocolates, candies, macaroons, cakes, and even ice cream. 헨젤과 그레텔이 발견한 집은 진저브레드 위에 초콜릿이 덮여 있고 지붕 위에는 알록달록한 사탕이 쫙 깔려 있었대. 뿐만 아니라 케이크, 마카롱, 심지어 아이스크림으로 만들어진 집이었어. Delicious! "Look at that! It has all our favorite sweets!" shouted Gretel. Two children were so hungry that they ran to the house and started eating. "These window panels are made with my favorite candy," Gretel tore down the panel and had a bite full of the candy. It's the best candy I ever had in my entire life! Hansel climbed up and tore down a piece of the roof. This roof is made with gingerbread and covered with chocolate. Yummy! The door opened and an old woman came out from the house. Well, you two must be hungry. Come in. I'll give you some hot milk to drink. Hansel and Gretel followed the witch to the house, where she fed them really well. Hansel and Gretel told the old woman they wanted to go back home. Thank you for the milk. Can you tell us how we can go home now? Home? No way! You two are staying here. I'm going to eat you! Poor Hansel and Gretel. By the time the children realized the old woman was a child-eating witch and built a house of sweets to trap them, the witch used her magic power to lock Hansel in a cage. I will eat you after you get plump enough. You are too skinny to eat now. Then she turned to Gretel and said, You now work for me. Gretel cooked, cleaned, and washed the witch's clothes all day long. In the mornings, the old witch checked to see if Hansel was plump enough to eat. Knowing the old witch couldn't see well, Hansel grabbed the chicken bone and handed it to the witch. You are still so skinny. 아직도 삐쩍 말랐어. One morning, the witch was very hungry, so she had no patience to wait any longer. She shouted to Gretel, Gretel, fill up the pot with water and boil it. I will eat Hansel today. Gretel didn't know what to do. She filled up the pot and placed it on the stove. The witch came to check the water. Is the water boiling yet? I'm so hungry. I'm not sure. The pot is too high for me. The witch was impatient, so she went up on the stove to check the water herself. Clever Gretel pushed the witch into the boiling water with all her might. The old witch fell into the boiling water, and Gretel quickly closed the lid. She then went to Hansel to unlock the cage. The witch is gone now. We can go home. We can buy plenty of food with these coins the witch had. When they reached home, where their father was waiting for them. Children, I'm so happy to see you. Thank goodness you two are safe. I kicked your stepmother out of the house. She will never bother us again. Hansel and Gretel showed their father the gold coins they brought. The father was delighted, and the three of them were never short of food and money again. The end. 맛있는 간식으로 친구들을 속여서 잡아먹으려고 하다니 정말 무서운 함정이야. 나라도 속아서 넘어갔을 것 같아. 그래도 우리 똑똑한 헨젤과 그레텔이 아주 지혜롭게 문제를 잘 해결했네. 아, 다행이다. 그럼 우리 킨디고 친구들이 오늘 하루 행복하고 재미있게 있을 수 있게 훌라마녀가 맛별 기분을 보여줄게요. Ribble wobble, ribble wobble, hula hala wee. 그럼 우리 다음번에 또 보자. 안녕. 얘들아, 구독하고 좋아요 버튼 누르는 것도 잊지 마. 바이바이.